Hi, this is Emily Islaney. I'm with TV Insider, and I'm sitting here with the cast of Netflix's The Haunting of Hill House. So let's just jump right in. This is a reimagining of Shirley Jackson's iconic tale. We go flash forwards, flashbacks. What are we going to see in the present day flash forwards? We see that the Crane siblings are not really having a good time of it. They've had quite a bit of trauma. So what can you each tell me about the ones that are our older Crane siblings?
I play Stephen Crane, and Stephen seems to be doing pretty good, you know? Yeah.
Seems.
But that's, yeah, exactly. You maybe?
Yep. I play Luke Crane, who's one of the youngest of the Crane siblings, who has a twin, is twinned with Nell, played by Victoria Pedretti here. As the show progresses, you get to see that the twins probably experienced the most traumatic stuff in the house. The show is dealing with childhood trauma and PTSD and how the struggles of all of that and how all of our childhoods affect us as adults and how the only way to kind of progress in life is to either go back and look at it or to keep on running from it. And so there's a variation amongst the Crane children of various stages of that.
I play Nell Crane, and I think she's constantly wanting to talk about it. She's constantly wanting to work through it.
She's the only one.
Yeah. Get healthier. You know, really like doing everything, trying anything. She's always trying to draw the family closer and closer together because she really feels that we have to do this together.
I'm doing not great. I play Shirley Crane, who's a mortician and also a mother and a wife. She is someone who likes to build up a wall so that she doesn't have to look at reality. You know, when that starts to crack, it makes her quite vulnerable because she's sort of incapable of seeing what is there.
I play Theodora Crane, who is the middle child, and I think Theo hates talking about her feelings above all. And so she's kind of the opposite of Nell in that way. She would love nothing more than to just be left alone and pretend it didn't happen. But I think she's drawn magnetically to her siblings. She cannot stay away from them, even though it makes her terribly uncomfortable.
Now, Carla and Henry, you two both shoot in the actual house. How was it being in the iconic, how was that set? It looks beautiful.
The set was amazing, and the house is really another character in the tableau here. We had the whole house laid out for us as actors, which was very, very helpful. And we used that to great extent in episode 6, where we have a lot of long takes and very few cuts in the episode, and we travel through the entire set. They built this all on a stage. And then there was a physical house as well, but primarily we were dealing with the set house.
Which looks amazing. Yeah. As I said, it's incredible. Carla, what are we going to see from the matriarch of the Crane family?
In terms of Olivia, I don't know. I feel so blessed that I got to play this woman. She, I think, couldn't love her family more, and she suffers from visual migraines, and a lot of really creative people, famously Alice in Wonderland came from a visual migraine. And so many, as you know, so many artists. And so a lot of the way that you see the world is in an altered state. And so that was a really interesting way into this because I understood them intellectually, but I wasn't sure how to actually play them. It allowed me a way to even understand how my children might not question me, the odd behavior early on. And so for me, it was about a story about a woman trying to save her children from the harshness and terror of the world.
Beautiful. The set looks amazing. The show looks absolutely gorgeous. Haunting of Hill House on Netflix, October 12th. Check it out. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.